Hey everybody, happy Sunday evening. I'm Lifestyles with Eric. I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. Make sure you like the video, share the video out. If you're not a subscriber of Lifestyles with Eric, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You'll definitely be part of the family. You're not just a person that hits the subscribe button and nobody cares about you, and you're not forgotten about. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, please. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I hope everybody has a great week this week. Um, it's always good to hear and see everybody again. And I hope everybody got a notification this evening as well. And if I haven't seen you in a while, I just want to say hello. And I love everybody. Um, and I appreciate everyone who participates. I just want to say thank you. Miss Vivian, thank you for coming in tonight. Happy Sunday evening. I'm Lifestyles with Eric. Want to get your thoughts on the Diddy sentence. Puff Daddy received 4 years, and we want to see uh, what you think about that. Miss Jerice, Miss Elizabeth, hello. Thank you for coming in. Miss Black Ink, thank you for coming in. Hey, Phases, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you. It's good to always see you and good to hear from you. We've definitely got to get our conversations back together. I miss those convos we used to have. And again, thank you for coming in tonight. Thank you. Happy Sunday evening, everyone. Happy Sunday evening. What is your thoughts on Puff Daddy getting 4 years in federal prison? Absolutely. I definitely do phases. Absolutely. Absolutely. I completely agree. Let's get it back together soon. We definitely have each other's number. We will be out. I'm sorry, we will be reaching out to one another. So we'll be talking. We'll be talking. We're going to get this together. I promise. But and good evening to everyone. And I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. Make sure you like the video, share the video out. What is your thoughts on Puff Daddy getting 4 years in federal prison? Of course, he's going to appeal that. And I think they did that immediately. I myself think I think the time was a little excessive. Nothing personal for him. I'm not, I don't like him or dislike him. But I think that they gave him too much time. And it was because they dropped the ball on the other things. And I believe that they just wanted to, you know, make an example or set an example and slap as much time as they could on that man. Now, I know they initially wanted to give him about 11 years, but of course that didn't work. So they stuck with the 4 years. So 50 months, something like that. So we'll see how this goes. He does still have time served. He's been in there almost 2 years now, so a year and a half, something like that. So he does have time served. So that's what they were hoping for, his attorneys and stuff like that. Um, I'm a little stuffed up. Wow, my sinuses are getting to me. But it looks like Cassie was able to write a letter to the judge, and I really don't feel any kind of way about that, only because just hearing some of the things in the case with Cassie, I'll put it this way. I feel sorry for Cassie for the first 2 years that she was in that relationship, but I don't feel sorry for Cassie for 11 years of something she kind of could have gotten out of. Now, we all know that she ended up with a settlement. I think 21 million, something like 20 something $1 million. But at the end of the day, I think that she knew that she would end up with something if she stayed longer. So I just feel sorry for the first 2 years for Cassie. Cassie was involved. She participated. She was paying the prostitutes. She was meeting with the prostitutes on her own without P. Diddy and getting with them. So I don't have any, I don't think that was right. Yeah, and I think they were a lot rougher on him because they didn't get the uh, because they did not get the RICO charges pressed on him or put on him, or the convictions rather. I'm sorry. So I believe that's the reason why they were so tough on him, and they wanted to give him so much time because they weren't able to get those RICO charges on him. So um, I still think the 4 years was excessive. I don't think he should be lucky because he didn't. Again, he didn't have the RICO charges on him. So for what he's in jail for now, should not even hold 4 years technically. But it's almost the same thing with O.J. Simpson too. Absolutely, absolutely. Phases of Black Link Mag. I completely agree. They were in it for the money, the prestige. Although those stories that I heard behind the scenes were horrible and horrendous, and I'm not talking about the domestic stuff. I'm talking about the sexual stuff. Was gross. Just hearing the intimate secrets of the things that they did in their own private time was sick and horrible. So yeah, they did all that for a little bit of money, and I guess for him to pay her rent, which I think he's still doing, and that's Jane. Um, I don't know, but I want to get your opinion on that. I am, again, in my opinion, I think that they gave him too much time, and I don't care about him per se. I'm just saying for the crime, he was given too much time because she was involved in it too. They both transported prostitutes over state line, and both paid the prostitutes. Actually, Cassie was paying the prostitutes, and I just don't agree with that. She should not have gotten immunity. He was not on trial for domestic abuse. So the judge should not have said anything about that. That had nothing to do with it. Excuse me. Okay, Jerice, thank you. And I appreciate your opinion. I'm just saying he wasn't in jail for domestic abuse. He wasn't on trial for domestic abuse, although we all saw the tape. They were supposed to disregard what they saw because that is not what he was on trial for. So regardless of what he did, that's not what he was on trial for. I agree. I agree, Phases. I completely agree on that one too. For the most part, I think everything was fair. I just think the prosecutors wanted to give him more time because they weren't able to get the RICO charge on him, and so they're trying to press as much time as they can put on him. So that's what it is. But it is what it is. And just for the stories that I've heard allegedly that he's possibly done are horrible. And if he did do some of the stuff that I've heard he's done, it's horrible. So by him getting 4 years for all the things that he's done to other people and hurt people, that's probably nothing. Allegedly, allegedly. So, but I don't know. I don't know, people. What do you think? What are your thoughts? That's my thought on that. Again, I think that he was given a little too much time. I could have said 2 years. They could have said 2 years with time served, and the rest at home probationers. You know, they let the one guy from Abercrombie and Finch. They let him out on house arrest. He was paying male prostitutes to service his clients in another country. Hey, Kenyatta, how are you? Thanks for coming in tonight. Make sure you like the video, share, please. I appreciate everybody coming in. Thank you. So yeah, I just, I would have said 2 years and time served or something like that. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll see. But tell me what you think. What do you think? Do you think it was fair? Do you think he should get more time, or do you think he should get less time? What are your thoughts on it? Because, like I said, that's just like R. Kelly. I don't think R. Kelly's in there for anything that he's done in the last few years. But I think he's in there for maybe something he's done in the past. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. Um, but I hope R. Kelly gets out at some point. I know that God works on everybody, and He can work on you if you allow Him to. And I think that some people deserve a second chance. Not all people. Uh, uh, all people don't deserve second chances, but I believe some people do deserve second chances, and God will deal with them the way they want to deal with them. That's nothing that we have anything to do with, and we'll just have to let God work. And if He works on those people, He will. And if they receive it, they will. And if they don't want to receive it, they won't. So that's kind of on them. But yeah, I believe some people need second chances, and I believe R. Kelly needs a second chance. And we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see. Yeah. But I want to get everybody's opinion on if you think Sean P. Diddy Combs was given the proper time, or do you think he should get less, more, or what? What is your opinion? We are live. I'm Lifestyles with Eric. If you're not a subscriber of Lifestyles with Eric, make sure you hit that subscribe button, please. I'd love to have you a part of the family. It doesn't cost you anything, I promise you. It doesn't cost you anything. All right. All right. What else is going on? Haven't heard anything else on the case with the young man, the young African American boy that unalived one of the twins down in Texas this summer. I haven't heard anything else on that. Um, Man, what else is going on? A lot, a lot. I don't know if a lot of people have heard this, but there's something heading towards, supposedly heading towards us at a rapid speed into our atmosphere. And they're calling it Atlas or something like that. And if you haven't heard of it, please look it up. It's supposedly as big as Manhattan, and they don't know what it is. But what they're saying is it doesn't seem like an android, because I'm not sorry, an android, because a meteor, because it seems intelligent. Jerice, don't let that fool you. What you see on TV, and I know you're in Illinois, but what you see on TV sometimes is the wrong thing. They show things to propagandize what's going on. We know Chicago needs to be cleaned up. My aunt lives there. She owns her own building there. She almost is a prisoner in her own home. She cannot go outside of her building too long because it can be occupied at any time by unfortunately illegal immigrants. I hope that they get Chicago cleaned up, with all due respect, no disrespect to Chicago or Illinois as a state. And I believe if they arrest somebody or detain someone that is an American citizen, I believe they will find out that that person is an American citizen. But if you have a warrant, there's nothing that they can do but to lock you up and detain you if you do have a warrant. Now, they're looking for illegal immigrants, but if you have a warrant for your arrest, then you shouldn't have a warrant for your arrest. They still have to take you to jail. And if you're an American citizen, they're going to figure that out and not deport you somewhere you're not supposed to be. So, Jerice, don't let the things that you see on TV, sometimes they'll try to twist things or show you one thing, or interview one person or a couple people that'll make it seem like they're harassing and doing bad things to people and everybody. They're only going into the black areas, but they're going into the black areas because those are where the immigrants are stashing themselves at. They're mixing in with the regular citizens and taking over buildings and things like that. Fortunately, I hope you don't have to go through that. But you know, it kind of is what it is. Well, they're not going to take anybody. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Phases. I do my research, and it's okay for you to have your opinion, and that's completely okay. But anybody they're going to take, they're going to send them back if they don't have a warrant. What are they going to do with them? I mean, even if they round up a lot of people, which I'm sure those guys are just doing their jobs because they have a job to do. Here's the thing, people. I think we forgot when President Obama deported, I think 3 to 6 million immigrants back to Mexico, and we just forget about that. And I think it's because we don't. We a person's not charismatic as he was or whatever, so we don't like these people personally. When we don't even know them, we believe what the media is saying, and it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Nobody's got. We have to have an immigration policy. Every country has an immigration policy. If things are going bad in certain states, and I'm seeing horrible things going on with immigrants doing things to people of this country that are from here, then we need to do something about it. We cannot allow all these people to just be here and live off of us. It's not fair to the American people. I mean, that's not wrong to think that way. I love my country. I love the people that are from this country. I love everyone. But if you're illegal, you can't be here. If I'm illegal and I'm somewhere else, I can't be there. It's unfortunate. You know, it looks scary, but you know, what can we do? What can we do? We have to clean up our country. They allowed a certain amount of immigrants in this country, and unfortunately, I was one of the people that voted for that, and I didn't know it. I voted for all those immigrants to come in this country and for us to give them thousands of dollars every month and to run this country down, to murder and do different things to people that are from this country. And I'm tired of seeing it. I'm really tired of it. I'm not seeing a lot of hardworking people from other countries right now. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing more bad than good. And we need to get the bad out and then vet the good people. And they need to come back legally. And that's just my opinion. That's it. Every country has an immigration policy. We can't march over to another country and get a stipend every month, get thousands of dollars every month, free housing, a new car, $10,000 in food stamps. We're the only country that does that. And then we're doing it off the taxpayers that have paid into this system. That's you and I. That's you and I. They're getting our money. That's just not fair. When we got homeless veterans and homeless people that are from this country that need help and assistance. Chicago has been ran down. That's the reason why their mayor is at about 6% of approval. The citizens of Chicago hate it. They hate it, and they want to change. And they beg Trump to come in, and Trump's not in there with the National Guard doing anything. He's just there with ICE. ICE is supposed to be there getting those criminals out of there, getting those immigrants out of there. That's it. That's it. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, it doesn't mean you hate people. It doesn't mean you don't love people. It just means thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. It just means that you love your country, and people need to be here legally because our country is being drained of funds because of the illegal immigrants that they thought would replace the Black people. And they're the replacements of us because we are waking up and figuring out that the Democratic Party isn't all of what it's cracked up to be. And it just kind of is what it is. Although I've voted one way my whole life, things are changing with me because I've realized that those are things that I really don't support. Didn't mean to go full politics on you, but this is lifestyles, and we talk about everything on lifestyles. So again, I appreciate your opinion and whatever it is you want to say, but we got to get back to some common sense stuff, people. And just remember, every president does immigration stuff. Remember, President Obama did it. He did it. I remember he had a big cage full of people that were in a big cage, and he had Mexican people or Hispanic people in cages, and he sent 3 million, I believe 3 to 6 million immigrants back to Mexico. He was the biggest one, bigger than Trump. Absolutely, Phases. I agree with you totally. I'm just a common senser. I don't, and here, let's be clear on this one. I do not agree with everything Donald Trump says, but I don't disagree with everything he does either. If Kamala would have been the president, which I didn't vote for her because I could not get a solid answer out of her, I couldn't get her to answer a question, I couldn't get anything educated out of her. But if she would have been the president, I would have had to respect that, and I would have prayerfully hoped that she could have done some good. And that's all I could say. But I'm glad that didn't go that way, because I'm not for aborting babies. I'm not for things that are not of God. So since I'm not for those things, I can't be for those things, and I cannot vote for things like that no longer ever again in my life. But I don't have a problem with anybody voting for who they want to vote for, because you're never going to find that perfect candidate that's charismatic like President Obama was, although I found out things about him that I don't agree with now and that I'm totally against. But there'll never be probably another one like he was. And he tricked us. It is what it is. He tricked the black people. He got us. He got our votes. Because he could speak so well, but there may not be another one like him, or it may be a long time before we get that again. And so since we didn't get two candidates like that, either you vote or you don't vote. You're not going to get that perfect candidate that just says everything you want to hear. But remember, before Donald Trump was anything but the apprentice, and he was everybody knew him from the boxers, everybody. Nobody ever said that he was a racist. I may not agree with all the things that he does, but I do know for a fact the man's not a racist. He's just a shrewd businessman. He's a New Yorker, and he's a narcissist to an extent that talks about himself a lot, but I still think he's a chess player, and that's just the way I believe. And how about, again, I'm saying I do not agree with everything he does and says. I agree with some things, but not everything, not at all. But he's our president for the next 3 years, so we got to figure out what's going to happen. And I think he wants better for this country. I really, truly believe he wants better for the country, and not just for rich people, because let's be clear, Democrats are rich too, and they're wealthy. And at the end of the day, they want to line their pockets, and they don't want to help us. They don't. Believe me, I've figured it out finally. I cracked the code. They don't do anything for us but lie to us and make us believe everything is about race, which everything is not about race. It's not. It's just not about that. It's just not about that. That gets black people riled up. But when we figure out it's not all about race, we're waking up. We're definitely waking up. So enough of my rant. I hope you guys got something out of what I said. I'm, like I said, I'm just a common sense person. I'm just common sense. That's all. I got you, Living Matrix Hub. Thank you. I appreciate you coming in tonight. I hope you're a subscriber. Make sure you subscribe. Your family, you're not just a subscriber. Everybody's family who comes on Lifestyle. So I appreciate you coming in tonight. Thank you for your opinion. Thank you. I appreciate everybody's opinion. Globalist. And here's the thing. Everybody's being controlled. The president doesn't run anything. Somebody's controlling him. Somebody's not allowing him to put the Epstein list out. Because and it's not because he's on it. Believe he's not on it, but it's because it would break our political system. It's too many big, powerful people in that book, and they're never going to break it open. And it just kind of is what it is on that one too. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thanks for listening. Thank you for listening. I just know that we have to live in this life, not believe everything we hear, not believe every media stations that we watch, because believe it or not, these media people are being paid to spew out things in the atmosphere that are not true all the time. And sometimes we believe they're true because they're being paid to say it over and over again. And if we believe it, if we watch it so much, we'll believe it over time. We'll believe it because we'll keep seeing it. And it's getting embedded in our head. So remember when Doge was finding out who was doing what with the monies. Remember, USAID money was going towards paying the New York Times or some of the news organizations to spew out negativity about Donald Trump to make it look like he was a bad guy. And that's what I'm saying. The man, Donald Trump, Don King, Mike Tyson, Michael Jackson, Jennifer Hudson. He's looked out, Jesse Jackson. He's looked out for so many people, but for some reason, a lot of these people won't speak up anymore. Mike Tyson will, Don King, people like that. But Jennifer Hudson, for instance, he allowed Jennifer Hudson to live in his hotel when when her mom and her family was unalived. He allowed them to live in her and her sister to live there for free, no problems. When Jesse Jackson ran for president, he gave Jesse Jackson money. He allowed Jesse Jackson to have his presidential office, the Rainbow Coalition office in the Trump Towers, for free. So it's different things that Donald Trump has done for a lot of people, but they don't say that because they want to make him look like he's a bad guy. The only thing he is somebody that talks about himself a lot. And once you can get around that, again, he's a chess player, but I don't agree with everything he's done. Let's be clear, I don't. Now, enough of that. I just wanted your opinion on the Diddy stuff. We kind of went off to some other stuff, but at the end of the day, I just wanted your opinion on that and what you think he should have got. If you think if you think 4 years was too much or not enough, let me know. Put it in the comments. If I didn't say anything that you heard, bring it up. Let me know what you think about what I was saying. And I love to have everybody's opinion on everything. I do not have to know everything about everything. You could be right about something. It's okay. It's all good. We definitely living in an imperfect world. Okay, Living Matrix. Thank you. You're going to get more. Okay. The world is imperfect. Everybody has flaws. Absolutely. I agree. I completely agree. I completely agree. You think he's going to get more? Okay. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. Puff Daddy's got I believe something on his hands. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see what happens with him. So we'll just have to see we'll just have to see what happens. Yeah. But again, I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. It's been a good stream, good chat. I'm Lifestyles with Eric. I'll see you guys soon. We'll touch bases probably tomorrow. Happy Sunday evening again. Have a great night, everybody. I want everybody to have a great week. Tap in with me this week. Again, make sure you're a subscriber of Lifestyles with Eric. And again, I appreciate Phases and everybody else that came in tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It was a nice chat. Thank you. I appreciate everybody that came in. All righty. I'll see you all soon. All right. Bye-bye. Take care.